Hi guys, Scatlink here. Welcome to my modding showcasing sub-series, Hats Off to You, a series of which we try out community-created hats, costumes, functions, singular levels, full chapters, or time rifts created by the Hat in Time fan community via the Steam Workshop. This will also include any challenge roads of which will have their own video dedicated to earning ourselves a trophy, of which would otherwise be permanently missed. It's been a while since I've pretty much made any video on the channel. It's been roughly a month, but I was going to get to this challenge road, which is the 20th thus far since it's been introduced. And not only that, but it has been sweltering hot in the UK. We've been hit with a heat wave, apparent thunder in the north and west. I live on the east. And, yeah, it's been pretty ridiculous, and it's pushed me back a little bit further because I've been too hot and bothered for this. But Hat Kid's taking a bit of a break because she's got something else planned after we've done this challenge road, because we've actually got a few mods that I do want to play as well as show off. These mods after the challenge road I have not played before, but for now we got to get there, and we're going to be playing as Mrs. Witch Lady for this because we haven't actually played as her for much of anything really. I mean, I know the other characters themselves haven't had much time as well, but she is a Hat Kid clone, so why the hell not? A little bit of a different state of affairs, and these are pretty whimsical in their origin. If there is going to be another challenge road that's summer themed, because you know we're in the midst of August, we're on pretty much the middle of summer, tail end of summer, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you are. And well, yeah, we've got Alpine Dreamstate, the Blue Rift Spiral Climb, and the Cookies and Cream Rift. So yeah, we've pretty much got effectively, I think this is just a normal level, that's not a rift of any sort, but these two are pretty much blue rifts. So let's have a little look here quick. Chillest Rift. Items required, the Dweller Mask. Of course, you always had to get in here, unless you're playing as another character that has a heavyweight ability, like Witch Hat Lady. No speedrun tricks, it's just straight difficulty. Hack restriction, mod credit. AFF, I don't know what that means in terms of development. Khan Romy. That's pretty much it. There's not really much else to say about that. I will say, though, that that is probably the most difficult level of the entire three. It gets easier the further you go, but that means if you lose all your lives on the first level, you might as well just hit the restart and try again, since, you know, if you've got only one life left and you do fail, you'll have to do the first level again. Just thought I'd chuck that out there right now. A Spiral Climb, a Blue Rift I decided to make while I debate whether I want to undertake a more complicated project like the last level I made. It's not actually telling us who made these, actually, which is a little bit odd. I just noticed that. Hang on a minute. Should be fairly straightforward, hope you enjoy. Required items, hookshot badge, Dweller Mask, and ice hat. Of course, in the video, it will tell you, I would put on screen who actually made these, but I'm a little bit confused as to... It didn't go to the workshop. It still didn't go to the workshop. Okay, game, what are you doing? I'm a little bit confused. Well, none of the challenge road levels are featured at the moment, so that's very confusing. Would it show up in here? No, it doesn't show up in all levels either. So there was an update in order to fix the ID limit of mods, because apparently the mods for Hat in Time actually capped out on the Steam Workshop, and no more mods could be implemented until it was fixed, which there has now been a fix for. But maybe this is a side effect of that. You need to add who actually made them back in, because I'm going to have... Obviously I'm going to be able to edit them in, but I can't actually shout you guys out, which is a bit of a shame. But verbally. Cookies and Cream Rift, first map I've ever made. Notable use of the cookie platform, short and sweet, but I hope you enjoy. Get it? Because it's they're cookies. Again, I click go to Steam Workshop, but it doesn't take me to the page in the Steam Workshop like it should. That's really confusing. So apologies I can't shout you out in the video, but of course while we're going through it will appear on screen like before. But this is the 20th challenge road, and as you can see we're getting even closer ever still to the side of the where all the trophies are. If we cap off, are they going to get smaller or are they going to overflow? They might have to fix that up as well. They probably didn't plan making that many. So let's hop in and let's get mystical. Right, now, do not touch this green radioactive goop, whatever you do. Even if you are invincible or you got knocked off a platform, that'll kill you in one hit. So, yeah, I got hit by one of these urchins, but no, I mistimed a jump, and I got hit by an enemy later on in the level, and even though I was still flashing from getting hit, I died immediately upon touching the green goop. It's one hit kill, so don't let that happen. We'll use Megumin's Star for this, since I don't really have another magical item to use. Want to look up, because what we need is this hook right here. We'll need the hookshot badge, although it just said we need the dweller hat. And the reason being is something that's pretty confusing right here. Yes, the trunk is dweller, but the top of it isn't, although it does have a bit of a field on top of it. It's because that it's not actually solid unless you use the dweller mask, which I find a little bit cheeky, because, I mean, the leaves are there, they're just not solid, so you still have to use the dweller mask. So let's do that. Do a double long jump. Bounce on these balloons. And we've got to time a jump off this mushroom and get the right distance. That'll do it. I'm trying to... There's nothing in there other than a mafia. We don't really need to go into this house. I was just trying to remember. Yeah, there he is, cheeky bastard. That doesn't lead to anything, so don't bother going through there. In fact, I'm pretty sure this... Oh, is it this level? There are 3 Rift tokens in a level. I'm just forgetting which one. No, it's not this one. It's a different level. But throughout this entire challenge road, there's only 3 Rift tokens, not including the ones that you actually get from, you know, beating the level if you're playing it outside the challenge road. But they're all in one level, so and there's no other collectibles. So once again, I don't need to worry about that until we get to the level in question. And you'll know which one it is, because we're going to have to get a key right at the very start. Yeah, this is what happened. I got hit by one of these sea urchins, and it sent me flying, and then I died immediately upon hitting the green goop, even though I was still flashing. Let's get the feather plume hat. It actually works quite well with this costume. That was wrong. Right. So they'll sink, and then you got to drag out your double jump in order to go for it. Do not rush it. Take your time. As much harrowing as it may look, I accidentally... single jumped off that one. I didn't mean to lunge on the platform. I was trying to lunge and jump out in order to extend my jump. Thankfully we had a checkpoint here, so that's not a problem. Checkpoints are really nice in this level. It's just annoying that, you know, you can easily die here. To be honest, if you reach 2 lives dead in this particular level, I suggest just quit out and do it again, because otherwise there's no much point going through, because if you die again at some other point, you're going to have to do it all again anyway. Time stop hat is really good here. Dodge all the flame crows. I don't need to do that for now. In fact, I should have the time stop hat on instead of the sprint hat, because I don't need to sprint in this level much. Alright, get onto this barrel. Surprising that these don't swing you, so you're going to have to get ready for a double jump lunge in order to actually get distance. That did not look like I grabbed the edge there. I was expecting to wall run. Oh, these things! Okay, that's fine. That is not fine. It's fine again. Goddamn bully crows. They hit you, you go flying into the acid, there's nothing you can do about it. In fact... That worked! Snipe him with the witch's hat. Don't normally do that, but might as well play it safe. I've already lost 1 life. There we are, that worked out well. But this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You gotta just judge where you're gonna land. But once you've made it over here, you should be fine. Right. Time to stop, so slow these down so that we can actually plan our jumps. There we go. And I believe this one moves. Again, time stop hat is helpful in order for you to have more reaction time, because this goes quite fast and at an angle, so it may make you think that you're not actually going to make it. There we are. And it will swing immediately back, so you got to be quick there. Hop into this cannon for, I think, the 3rd segment of the level. Ah, these platforms. And that's not good. Yep, that's an immediate death. There's nothing I can do about that. I missed the platform. I didn't even grab onto the ledge. I will admit I'm not exactly being on top of my game here, but I should be fine from here on out. Again, with these particular hooks, they will not swing you for whatever reason. I don't know if this is actually an error, but you gotta immediately jump and then lunge in order to reach the next hook. I think we gotta wait here, yep, for that one. Ah, you can't, no, bastard! You can't hook onto it while it's doing that, and I'm dead. Yeah, I'm not letting you laugh at me, snatchy boy. I'm coming back. I'm not having that death. I'll still count it, but I'm not letting the dude laugh at me. Why did I never do that? Maybe it's because I have it ready here, but yeah, why did I never do that? That makes it so much more easier. I can just skip those platforms. I thought I had my sprint hat on for a second, I derped. But hey, I got back here without dying, and yeah, what I was trying to say was, you can't hook onto that hook when it starts moving away, which is the most awkward thing. And you can't get a lot of height when this thing's going up either, so you've really got to nail these jumps. And the thing is, if I actually did nail these hooks, these hook jumps, so you got to do that, like jump immediately when you let go of the button. There it is. Do it preemptively. There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. You have to do it while it's approaching, because otherwise you're not going to do it. But if I could have got that one, this one's a lot easier to actually see, and if we could have done that, we would have finished the level. But of course, I screw it up at the very end, and because I don't want the Snatcher to laugh at me, I quit ahead of time. But yeah, I wasn't going to have that, so oh well. At least we got past that shenanigans, but I'm going to have to do that again in order to get the token for finishing the level out of the challenge road. Alright, things get a little bit easier from here on out, but if that level didn't, you know, eat up your lives by just touching the goop. I mean, this level is still a little bit tough, but there's actually a reward for it, so to start off with, immediately turn the camera 90 degrees to your left. And we've got two hooks here that do swing. Leads to a key. Alright, so we're already starting off a little bit weird. We're going to have to carry this key all the way throughout the level. If you die at any point throughout the level, you'll respawn at a checkpoint, but you won't have the key. You'll have to make your way all the way back here and do the whole level again. So if you get a checkpoint and you die, but you really want the key, you're effectively going to have to do the whole level again anyway, which means backtracking through the level. Which is entirely possible, but, you know, not exactly ideal. You could probably just make it by falling from above, but you might also hit a kill plane, so you might not want to do that. It'll probably be better to just get the key reward outside of the challenge road. Be a lot more recommended, so you don't want to try and do it. It's got English I'll be hard cannot do. It's the heat. It's not required for the challenge road. You just got to beat the level, so basically, there are 3 Rift tokens in this level, and they're all congregated into one spot. I think you know where I'm going with this. So I'll leave that to your imagination for now, as we reach our first checkpoint, which, you know, might have to go back for said key. Don't feel shame in double jumping there. I was kind of just going with the flow, but I should have went for a couple of double jumps. It's actually better to jump from the line to the next line than doing what I just did, because at least then you got extra air time. Time you jump so you can land in between the flames, don't touch the saw blades, whatever you do. You know how painful they can be. We've got a sign here. Warning, overhead cannons ahead. Watch your head. Overhead cannons ahead, watch your head. Was it a Dodrio? So you can see where the cannons land. Basically, you just gotta get past them before, you know, without getting hit. You can. They go in a. They do have a bit of timing to them. Again, if I can English. So just time your movements accordingly. There we are. I need the Dweller Mask again. Double jump. There we gizzle. That'll do it. Oh, I didn't think I was on that. Oh, and by the way, there's no actual cannons, really. Well, there is, but it's like they're very faint. Like, from this angle, you can barely see them. They're tiny. It's mostly the explosions that you need to watch out for, so... Oh, God. It was spinning and it threw me off. I couldn't actually tell. Normally, there's one wedge that's offset, that's off-shaded. Like on this one, you can actually see where one's off-shaded. That's to let you know, but the other one kind of obscured that for me. Yeah, we got a checkpoint with this, it's fine. Across this bridge, because we have came to it, we can just skip that platform completely. Yeah, the Dweller Masks kind of used quite a bit here, so I think we did use the correct character for this. Also, because of the mods that I want to show off after this that are summer related, a lot of characters are going to get used. We're going to be playing as Hat Kid, we're going to be playing as Bo Kid, we're even going to be playing as Timmy, because I found a bunch of costumes that I want to use as well. Why did you not grab the ledge of that purple block? Excuse me, madam? Maybe a witch, but you should have good grip because you hold a staff all the time. Well, I would assume so. Even though you're Butterfingers because you keep dropping your potions, that might actually be the case. Yeah, I don't understand what the point of this is. Yeah, it's a bit odd. There's also invisible dwellers. So, we've got to kill every enemy around here. If we fall or die, that's going to be a problem. I do want to keep this key, so I don't have to make a revisit, even though I'm going to have to anyway to get the token for beating the level outside the challenge road. Well, that was a Goomba moment. I did a 3-hit combo there without even homing attacking. That was nice. Home attacking? Homing attacking? Who knows what the true pronunciation is? Sonic the Hedgehog, tell me. Actually, there is a Sonic the Hedgehog mod that I might show up at some point, but I would like mods that use that character's abilities to their advantage. Like Moustache in the Tropics. I mean, that would be a nice summer-themed mod I would like to show off, but still hasn't been revitalized to my knowledge. I still want to have, like, a whole episode dedicated to Moustache Girl themed levels, but the one that does work doesn't have an ending to it, because it hasn't been recooked, and the other one doesn't even load, so... I think I've talked about these two mods the most, but I only talk about them so much because I want to play them. I mean, I have played Moustache, the MU training level, that's the one. But I have not played Moustache in the Tropics, even since its inception, because it needed to be recooked, and it just hasn't. How did I not get hit by that? I must have just barely grazed it. Oh well, it counts. Yeah, they put 2 balloons there, but I somehow keep missing them and get knocked by the thing anyway, and I have fallen because of that, but because you get knocked onto this wall anyway, you technically have the checkpoint in free fall, so you'll respawn up here anyway. So, I don't exactly know how that would be handled if you could change the checkpoint hitbox. But we are at the end! The timepiece is right up there. However, if we go through this door by bringing the key from the beginning of the level all the way to the end, we are in a vault. Yeah, we could Scrooge McDuck it up at this point. And it is a vault because you can't escape from it due to all the Dweller fire. But there's just 3 lots of tokens here and a ton of ponds. Loads of money. And the Empress! Hello there. I don't think our paths have ever crossed. They've rigged the place to blow. Get out of there. The cops have turned off the water. You need to get it back on. Get to the sewer. Hurry! I don't think she's talking to us. I think that she might be talking to her group, but who knows? Oh, I forget if I land in the money, I'll actually do the thing. I still do not like this witch's hands. Maybe that's why she hasn't got good grip. She's got skeleton hands. It's probably the one part of the model I really don't like. But yeah, just 3 tokens just like that and a 4 for completing the level. Pretty simple, really. So, with that, we'll just jump on our way up here and make our way to the Cookie World. Alright, so with still 3 lives remaining, despite, you know, having to retry the previous level. We've literally got nothing but floating cookies, and don't worry, these aren't normal cookies. These ones do not disappear, and this level could be considered quite tough because the jumps are barely makeable, but, you know, if you have knowledge of the sprint double jump, or you just use the sprint hat and a long jump, you might make it. Or if you just stretch out your double jump for as long as possible, then do a quick lunge and lunge cancel, you can get a bit of extra height in order to grab ledges, like what I'm doing here. Like that. And the no bonk badge is obviously most wanted. I forget, I don't need a pause. It will appear on screen if I just stop moving for a second. Silly me, I have the beta badge HUD mod on. But you get what I mean. It doesn't look like we can go anywhere here, except for a hook that is completely obscured by the camera at normal level. But when in doubt, you head on up. Apparently. Or your hat on up. Because hat buttons. I did not mean a lunge dash there. That was completely unintended. I didn't even know I pulled it off. I didn't get the little whooshy sparkle during the somersault. You know what I mean. I was just trying to give myself a bit of extra airtime to make it. Yeah, that didn't work out for the best because I kind of overshot instead of undershot. Yeah, there we are. I had to just cancel a little bit earlier in order to get the extra height. But after a decent series of jumps, we come to this monstrosity of a pancake cookie thing. I thought I was going to make it then, but thankfully we have a checkpoint here. It all spins in the same direction, but certain layers are spinning a lot slower than the other. So these hooks are spinning at the same speed as the rest of the apparatus, but this is not how you climb one of these blocks. It feels janky, and I think that was the intention because they didn't build it with actual platforms. It's just, you know, the usual rotation blocks that you're supposed to avoid the things that you're going to be jumping on. Now, these are still spinning along with everything else, but they're spinning themselves, which can mess you up like it just did for me there, but luckily I landed on the edge of the cookie. So, let's try and get back up here. Thankfully, when we're climbing up the wall, we don't go with the wall, which you would expect to, but I guess it works. I guess. Just trying to head for the middle here. But now, if we look up, we've also got hooks that are not spinning at the same speed as the rest of the stuff. It's actually spinning a lot faster. So we've got to actually wait for one of them to come around. And then we got to double jump, lunge, and grab it. Because waiting at the edge of one of those spinny platforms probably isn't going to work. Because, you know, as I said, it doesn't spin in the same speed. Got a bunch of ponds as a reward here. And then what we've got to do is just jump up these stack of cookies after this one hook, and we have done this challenge row. Yeah, not really much else to say about that, really. I haven't got anything in the Riff Roulette yet again, so I'll see you guys for some summer mods next time. We actually do have a roll. I thought I didn't have any. It's only the one item anyway. What's that? Oh! Okay, I didn't realise it was in the Rift Roulette, but this is actually relevant for the next mod that we're going to be covering. So we'll just claim that since it's the only thing in here. The lifeguard outfit. We'll be popping this on a hat kid because we've got some lives to save on a new cruise. See you guys next time. That was a perfect segue without even meaning it to be. I didn't know it was going to be in there. And I'm not going for that sticker.